Hello, everybody. I am Sean,
And I'm Amber.
and we are the couple that grills together. And today we are making my mama's tacos all twisted up.
Hey guys, today we're going to share with you our taco recipe. We're going to be making mom's tacos all twisted up. This recipe comes from Sean's mom, who I adore and am very blessed to call her my mother-in-law. But she is not known for her cooking skills. It's been a long-running joke in the family that she is not one that's known for cooking. But there are some things that she cooks really well and she is famous for. Tacos is one of those things. When I first came into the family and she made tacos for me, I thought they were the best tacos that I ever had. And I told her she was going to have to show me how to make those. So this is her recipe for the meat, and then we're just going to do it a little bit differently this time because we're going to use flour tortillas, and we're going to add some bell pepper and some sauteed onions to the mix. But the meat recipe that we're doing is her original recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is get the onions started. I'm going to cook those up, and then they'll get added to the meat. I have about a large onion that I've chopped up in here because you want to have plenty of onion. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of cooking spray. And I'm going to let those start cooking. For the meat, we went ahead and got the meat smoked yesterday so that it's done. That is a 50-50 combination of lean ground beef and lean ground turkey. My mother-in-law's recipe just uses the ground beef, but since we are trying to save calories where we can, that's something that we're doing with this, is adding the turkey breast to it. Okay, so the onions are ready for us to go ahead and get to our next step, which is going to be adding a can of green chilies. We like using the mild. I will use this whole can. And then the next step is going to be adding the meat. So like I said, we've already smoked this on the smoker. And so we're gonna go ahead and get it added, let it start heating up. And while that's heating up, I'm going to start dicing the Velveeta to get ready to add it to the mix. Now we're going to dice the Velveeta to mix it with the meat. And we're using the queso blanco today. My mother-in-law normally uses just regular Velveeta, but Sean and I really like the lightness in this one. This will be the first time that we have ever tried the queso blanco with our taco recipe, and we'll see how it turns out.
Dice it up, Amber. Dice it up.
That's what I'm doing, Sean. So I like cutting the Velveeta into pieces this size. It makes it melt easier than putting big pieces into the meat. And then I just start dropping it in there and let it melt on its own. Now, once we have all this mixed up, we're going to throw it onto the smoker for a few hours so that it can get a nice smoky flavor, and it'll kind of be a takeoff of the smoked queso that we like.
And the smoked queso is wonderful. And we use the same cheese in the smoked queso.
Yes. Now, one thing, so I am starting out with this, with a half of a package of the Velveeta. And this is for 2 pounds total of meat, a pound of the ground beef and a pound of the turkey. So I think that a half a package of Velveeta is a good starting point. How much you use is really going to be your personal preference. Some people like it to be extremely cheesy. Sean and I don't want it to be overly cheesy, but this will have a lot of cheese flavor to it. In fact, we never put any extra cheese, any shredded cheese on these tacos when we have them. The meat is plenty. But one thing that I do like to do, because I always have leftovers, is I like to make sure that I do have some extra Velveeta for the next day so that I can add some to it to help thin it out a little bit, because it obviously gets thicker when it sits in the fridge. Or if I don't have extra Velveeta, I'll throw a little bit of milk in to it as I'm heating it up, and that helps thin it out a little bit for you. But as you can see, it's already melting up. So I've got a little more Velveeta to add, and then we'll see where we stand.
So the question is, how cheesy do you want it?
Okay, so the Velveeta has completely melted. As you can see, it's nice and creamy looking. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of seasoning in it to get it to how we want it to be, and then we'll put it in a baking dish and put it on the smoker and let it finish smoking. So I'm going to put just a little bit of cumin in it, and then some salt and some pepper. That mixed in there good.
Sure does smell good.
Thank you. I'm about to taste it, see if
Oh.
it tastes good.
Taste it. Don't take a bite.
All right, that's just how we want it. So I went ahead and I sprayed the baking dish so that it wouldn't stick. All right, so we're gonna throw this on the smoker. I think probably we'll smoke it for about 3 hours. But we'll check it along the way, see how it's coming along. Could be a little less, could be a little bit more. And then when we are almost done with this, we'll saute some bell pepper and some onion. I'm gonna slice up some avocado to have with it, and then we'll be having it on the flour tortilla. So let's get this on the bowl. All right, we're out here at Ferdinand. I'm gonna put this on. Like I said, about 3 hours probably, but we'll check it along the way, see how we're coming along. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Now we're gonna saute some bell pepper and some onion for our tacos.
What kind of spice are we going to use in that, Amber?
We're going to use Butcher Barbecue Grilling Addiction seasoning. It's really, really good on sauteed onions and peppers. All right, gonna give them a quick spray of some cooking spray.
And saute it up. Add a little spice. Makes everything nice.
Yes, it does. All right, so we're just gonna saute these up, and then the meat should be ready to pull off the smoker when this is done, and we're gonna have our Christmas Eve dinner. Okay, so the onions and bell pepper are perfect. So now we're going to go get the meat off of the smoker and make our tacos.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
All right. Okay, so we've got the meat back in the house. We're gonna make us up a taco and get started on our Christmas Eve dinner.
I can tell you it definitely tastes good because I've already snacked on the meat a little bit.
It did turn out really well. Add some peppers and some onions to this. All right. Sean likes his with hot sauce. I'm gonna have some salsa with mine, and we're done.
Alright, now that she's got it all put together, we are ready for our Christmas Eve dinner. And again, we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful evening tonight and a wonderful day tomorrow, because everything's better together.